Welcome to Dumbgeons and Dragons. Usually there's a bit of a previously on part here. Not in this episode because there were some audio issues with the last episode. If you haven't listened to episode 7, it's just a rundown of what you missed in that last episode. There's some good points in there, so if you want to go back and have a quick listen. If you have, we are a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast. So there's 4 of us. Myself, your Dungeon Master, Russ Moore. My wife, Amy Moore, who plays Thia Anastasia. Tom Laird is Flint Firebeard, and Carla Johnson plays Nulara Moonbrook. And we together create this story and this world that we are going through right now and bringing you along with us. So, again, if you haven't listened to episode 7, maybe do that before you carry on. Otherwise, we are in the midst of an ogre battle. So, here's the theme music. So you are on your way to Little Rock when you ran into a group of dwarves who had under their control a prisoner of the cultist group. Yes, you remember this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good. And then you discussed with them and you got some information from her. Yes, you remember that?
Yes.
Not a lot of information, if I remember correctly, though.
And then I think we sold her back to the ogres, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, we just rented her time.
Or the dwarves, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you rented her time. You do remember which information she gave you, though, yes? I'm looking at you, but I'm asking to the group.
Of course.
Narenvir the Green has stolen his mask and gone into hiding in the misty forest.
Yes.
And we are thinking that we can get him on our side to help fight against the cult of the dragons.
Exactly.
That was our goal, right? We're like, hey, this guy obviously is
Whatever
defecting.
you guys want to do, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember if that was the strategy we had. Or did we not talk about that, and now that's just my strategy?
Your strategy is to get everybody onto your side so you can become the Queen of the Dragons?
I never said that.
I like this twist. Now we want to run the dragon cult.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Can't go wrong at all.
But first we should kill these ogres and then go save Little Rock.
Kick some ass.
Yes, so we left off and some of the dwarves were struck quickly by a boulder and you guys all dodged out of the way and you were being rushed by 4 ogres.
Bring it, bitches.
We're rolling for initiative.
Sure.
Oh, God.
17. Whoa,
13
how many
for me.
dice was that?
I was dumping my dice bag out.
I see.
Yeah. Don't worry, you're fine.
It just sounds like the kind of roll that usually happens when I take damage.
I got a 13.
15.
Okay, so Flint is up first.
Oh, excellent.
So at this point, they are, they're about 20 to 30 paces out from you, so they're all within range to start moving and bashing some skulls.
Well, that sounds like a good plan.
Moving, shaking, lemonade making.
Well, there's the name of the episode. And we can cut it there, guys. All right.
All right, good work.
I like it when we get these things out of the way early. It takes the pressure off.
Now we know
really
the
does.
theme.
Because now I don't have
All
to
right.
say anything funny for the rest of the time. I'm done. Whew.
Mission accomplished. All right, I'm going to rush over to this half ogre that I've affectionately dubbed number 1.
Good. His name is Harold.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
He has a name.
And I will attack him with my sweet great axe. So that is a 22, but not critical, obviously.
That will hit him, yes.
Excellent. 6 and 7 is 13, and 4 is 17 damage.
Boom.
And with attack number 2, I will continue attacking him. Didn't see that one coming, did you?
That was a twist.
21 this time, but again, not critical.
21 still hits, yep.
Thank God for the plus bonuses.
Yeah, you guys have awesome bonuses. Mine are all real shit.
Whoa, 12 damage on the first D12, and then 10 on the second, so 22 and 4 is 26 damage.
Aw, yeah.
Well, that's demoralizing for Harold.
Harold feels real bad about himself now.
Harold is bloodied, and he's not feeling too great about himself, but it's Thia's turn, so she can just try and stroke his ego a little bit.
Okay, sure. I'm going to kind of rush into the middle of the action, and I'm going to do some magic. I'm going to magic it up, and I'm going to produce flame. Oh, shit. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not. No, I'm not.
You did it. It's
No,
5.
I didn't.
Whatever you roll on the screen now is canon.
It shouldn't be. I don't even think those are the dice I'm supposed to roll.
Well,
Damage says it's 2d8.
so that's what it rolled.
Well, yeah, but I do better.
Okay.
I do better than the machine.
Obvious.
5 on the first, 3 on the second. See, 8.
Which guy are you going for?
Oh, sorry, this dude right here. Which I'm gonna name Stinky.
Stinky. Yeah, well, that's probably
The one that's right in front of me.
Okay. 8 damage to Stinky.
Which is not as impressive as the 40 some odd damage that Flint dealt, but I still feel Thea feels pretty good about herself.
You do you, Thea.
I will.
It is Bahren's turn. Is carrying a heavy crossbow, and he shoots at the ogre between the two that you are currently engaged with. And he rolls a critical 20.
Yeah.
A natural 20.
Whoa! Bahren, already
Hi,
way more
Bahren.
useful than Larry.
Yeah.
Well, Larry admitted that
He was a lover, not a fighter.
He admitted that he had his flaws.
Do you have something you need to tell us about something that happened on the boat, Thea?
Oh!
I don't know what you mean.
He's a lover, hey?
And with that, he gets 18 damage with his crossbow. To
Nice.
the ogre, we'll dub Stumpy.
So we've got Harold, Stinky, and Stumpy.
Harold, Stinky, and Stumpy.
Seems like Harold drew the long straw so far.
Well, he's clearly the leader of the group, being that he has the best name. And it's Nulara's turn.
All right. Well, I rolled an amazing 4 with a +9, so that's 13. Anything?
13 hits, yeah.
Oh.
Whoa!
These guys are naked, aren't they? Like, anything will pretty much hit them.
So they have natural armor, but they don't have any mail or anything on. Nope.
Well, then, I feel like it's been so long since I got to use my sword. Oh, muy caliente, to be assumed. My sword's on fire. So that is a 4 plus 1 plus 6, so 11 damage.
Who are you going for?
Oh, I should tell you who I'm attacking.
Might be helpful.
Whoever has not been attacked yet. How about that?
Old Blue there.
Old Blue.
You're my boy,
My boy Blue.
I
My
got there
boy.
before you did.
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
So attack number 2. Oh, God, it's on the floor.
Oh, what is
I hear,
happening
like,
over
glass
there?
breaking.
So that was also a 4, but that worked last time because it's a 13. So, unless he got tougher, which
Nope.
he didn't.
Did not.
7, 2 plus 6, so 15 damage on that one.
15.
Now I just need to just make my way over to my die so I can see what Donnie gets up to. Awkwardly walking. There we go. Oh, Donnie rolled a 14, so that's a 17.
Yeah, Donnie.
Yeah, all right. 5 damage. And then the ogre needs to do a constitution saving throw.
Sure. Let's make sure I write down all your damage here because I get yelled at if I don't. Constitution
It's a
saving
side eye
throw
again.
for an ogre. That is an 18.
Yeah, he's probably fine. Donnie is pretty small. He did his best, guys. 5 damage is pretty good for him.
That's solid. It is the ogre's turn. Harold leads off, and he's going to attack Flint with his great club.
Oh, it's a great club.
It is a great
I love it.
club.
The music's so good there.
He rolls a 17 against your AC there, Flint. I don't believe that hits.
It does not.
Okay, good. Moving.
Oh, wait. We're now going under the rule that if it's a tie, it does hit, correct?
It goes to the attacker, yeah.
Yes, then it does hit me.
Ooh.
Hey, way to follow the rules.
Well, I have 18 against slashing, but since he's got a club, that is bludgeoning damage.
That is certainly bludgeoning damage. And that is 9 damage to you, sir.
Yeah, all right.
Stumpy, he is angry with Bahren, but Thia is in his way, so he's going to charge forward and swing his great club at Thia.
And she's going to duck?
Well, that's a 22 against your AC.
Oh, she doesn't duck.
Unless you've got something that says you can...
Nope.
Nope. Okay, good.
Well, I take it.
Sure. 8 damage to you. Stinky comes over and is going to attack Bahren. He moves over here. Bahren gets hit. 12 damage to Bahren.
Jesus.
And old Blue there, he's going for Nulara. That's a 21, not critical, against your AC.
That'll do it.
That is 7 damage to you.
Boo.
And we'll go back to Flint. The dwarves that you were dealing with, they have turned tail and fled after they got hit by the boulder. So you are now under the possession of the cultist.
So we have to fight and babysit at the same time.
Sheila Flegsteel, yes.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
She tied up? I can't remember.
Well, she was in shackles, yes.
Shackles. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
So she is, kind of off to the side, but she is still with your group. Back to Flint.
All right. I wonder if it's when it's Nulara's turn, if she should maybe send Donnie over there to keep watch on our prisoner.
This is a good idea. You can tell Donnie to do stuff too.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's got to go through me and Thea, and then it gets to you and Donnie. So
Do what you got to do there, bud.
I just don't want to overstep. It's not my pseudo dragon. All right. I will continue attacking Harold, who is bloodied, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he's bloodied. He's not. He's. You took a chunk out of him.
Then here comes another one. A 23 on the attack roll.
That'll be good.
11 and 10 is 21 and 4 is 25.
25 damage?
Man, good damage rolls here so far.
Woohoo.
Yep.
Whew. Okay.
Is he still breathing?
He's still breathing, yeah. It's pretty labored breathing, but he's still breathing.
Ignore it. I ignore that. Just trying to look at my shit.
What's happening?
Sorry, guys. Nothing is happening.
All right.
Amy's practicing her rolls.
Oh, okay, perfect. So it's a 12 and 7, so 19 on that attack roll. Which I'm
still
thinking
good.
should... Okay. 12. Holy crap, 12.
Woo!
Jesus.
So that's 28 more damage.
Yeah, that 28 damage is enough to...
Explode him?
Murder him and his whole family.
kill him, and in fact, yeah, you've removed an appendage. You can tell me where you hit him, and that appendage is now no longer there.
Shoulder/arm.
Good. Figured you'd want that mounted above your mantle at home.
Oh yes, definitely.
And now it is Thea's turn.
All right, the last one didn't go very well, so Thea is going to call upon the spell of Moonbeam. So a radiant light comes down about a 5-foot radius around Stinky, and he receives...
You doing Stinky or Stumpy? Stumpy's the one who's actually engaged in combat with you.
That's Stumpy? Oh, right, Stinky ran past me. Yes,
Yeah.
no, Stumpy, because he had it coming.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to get 2d10 damage. 9.
And that is all?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's all. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Do there need to be more?
No.
Do I need to do more than call down the power of the moon?
No, you're good. You just...
Is that not enough?
keep on, keep it on.
I know we're like in the middle of a fight here, guys. I just can't help but think like I'm gonna pull out an accent for Thea when she finally talks. I'm gonna do it.
You talk all the time.
I talk all the time.
Well, you talk as your character all the time, but you haven't actually given her a character
No,
voice.
that's what I'm thinking. I think I might just jump into it.
Episode 8.
Episode 8. Thea gets comfortable enough with her battling buddies to reveal what her true voice sounds like.
I like it. I'm looking
I
forward
like
to
it too.
Okay, I'm not sure what it's going to be like though, so might morph.
It's going to be a surprise for everyone.
Yes, especially me.
Bahren is in attack mode with Stinky there. And that is a 16 versus Stinky's AC, which he uses his mace on. And gives him 8 damage. And now it's Nulara's turn.
Sweet. 12, so 21.
Yep.
And that will be 8. Oh, this is going much better. 13, 17 damage on that one. Oh, also, I say, Donnie, make sure you look at that prisoner. She's all shackled up, though.
Like, yeah, she's shackled up, but I'll go over there.
Yeah, Donnie's got his watchful eyes on her. Second roll, critical fail.
Oh.
Critical fail.
I like the delay.
How far away is the prisoner? Can Donnie come and try and give this guy a little chomp while still keeping his eyes on her?
Well, yeah, she's a little ways away, but I guess it depends when you wanted to send him over there. He could do his attack first and then go.
Well, what if he chomped her and then took off?
Okay. Quick chomp. He got a 20, not critical. And that is 6 damage. And then that saving throw for the ogre.
You with your saving throw. That is a 14.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay, good. Now, some ogres' turns. Stumpy swings the old great club at Thia there. Ooh, that's not going to be good.
Oh.
10 against your AC. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, we're good. Oh, I thought you meant it wasn't good for me.
No, you're fine. Yeah. I'm losing track of names. The other guy who's fighting Bahren.
Stinky.
Stinky. He swings at Bahren and hits him quite handily with his great club for 13 damage. So Bahren is down to 31 hit points for those keeping track at home. And Old Blue swings at Nulara and misses probably because that's only a 10.
Perfect.
And back to Flint.
I guess I will attack the guy that is currently trying to wail on Thia.
Appreciated.
22, but not critical, of course.
Yep, that hits.
6 and 2, but I get to re-roll that damage roll because it's 1 or 2 I get to re-roll. And a 4, so that's much better. 10 and 4 is 14. And I guess I will attack him again if he's still standing.
Still standing. He's bloodied now, though.
Excellent. That is a 24.
Okay.
Should have no issues there. 9. It was upside down. And 8, 17, and 4 is 21.
21 takes Stumpy out of the running. So he is dead.
Ooh, yeah.
Flint.
And Thea, your turn.
I'm going to turn around. I'm going to come over to Stinky, and I'm going to poison spray him. So he gets 2d12 poison damage, but he needs to make a Constitution saving throw. I can't remember why.
Probably to take half damage.
Well, it's that, or it's something about the lasting effects of the poison.
Okay, I'll roll my Constitution. You can look it up.
Okay.
That is a 13.
And fail.
Fantastic. Well, then you really have to look it up.
I do. I will. To see what happens. You extend your hand toward the creature you can see within range and project a puff of noxious gas from your palm. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 2d12. Okay, so I guess it's you take it or you don't?
Probably.
Okay, well, I'm glad you take it. 2. Good. 1. Yes, you take all that 3 damage. 3 poison damage.
Okay. He just kind of shakes it off and clears his nose, but he's doing okay.
I flip him the middle finger.
It seems appropriate. Bahren's turn. He misses with his mace. So he's a little concerned about the poison in the air, obviously. Nulara.
Don't put that on me.
Nulara, your turn.
He doesn't know yet. He doesn't trust you. He doesn't know what excellent magic skills you have. Natural 20. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, you get double damage.
Oh, good, because I just rolled a 1. 6 plus 2, so 8, so 16 damage then.
You roll your damage.
No, you get to roll
your
twice.
damage. So double the amount of, not just double, but you roll the dice twice.
Okay, so 8 on the first one, and then 10, 16, so that's better. So 24 total.
Much better.
Fine.
That worked out way better.
There you go.
Second attack is a 2, so it'll be an 11.
11. Yeah, 11 works out for you.
Jeez, I love how weak these gigantic, strong creatures are.
Big, stupid, weak creatures. Yeah.
Yeah. That is 12 damage.
And 12 is enough to finish him off. So Old Blue falls, and it is Stinky's turn. And he kind of looks around and sees that all his ogre pals have fallen. And he actually charges for Sheila Flegsteel, who is the cultist you are in possession of. He barrels through Bahren, knocking him down, runs toward her, picks her up, and breaks her neck.
Does Donnie do nothing?
Well, it's not Donnie's turn. I guess Donnie does get a turn.
He's like right there.
Sure, Donnie can take a turn while this is happening.
Fuck.
And he didn't before, so it's legit.
Yeah.
It's legit.
So that's an 18, so 21. But he rolls, but that's 4 damage.
Okay.
Unless somehow you do that Constitution saving throw and he paralyzes this ogre, because that would be dope.
It's a 15.
I believe you.
No, that will not do it. Boo. It is not dope.
So Donnie does take a bite or a sting at him, trying to stop him and paralyze him, but it doesn't work, and he still manages to get to Sheila, and he breaks her neck, and she doesn't seem to put up a fight at this. You think?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And then he turns and starts to run back towards you guys. So he's kind of over here at this point-ish. But he's making his way back towards you guys in a furious rage, and it's Flint's turn.
Well then, I will attack him, because I think I'm close enough, if I am understanding the grid system here correctly. So that's 17.
17's good, yep.
11. And 7's 18, and 4 is 22.
22 damage, okay. So he is bloodied now.
Excellent. And that's a 23, so again, should have no problem there. 4 and 12 is 16, and 4 is 20.
He's still alive, but he's clearly not doing well. So it is Thia's turn.
All right, I'm going to get my oath bow, and I say the words that I say.
I think it's like swift death to my enemy or something like that.
To those who have wronged me. There we go. Yes, swift death to you who have wronged me. So it's 3d6 piercing damage, and I have +2 advantage to roll. But I'm also going to cast Searing Smite. That's going to add 1d6 fire damage to my melee weapon.
Ooh, except this isn't a melee weapon.
So I'm lighting the arrow on fire, and I am shooting it at the ogre.
All right.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I can do that. I'm looking at Russ. He's thinking about it.
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
And I'm sorry you missed entirely.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time.
So I'm going to do... It's 3d6 piercing and 1d6 fire. 5, 6, 7, plus 5. So that's 12 piercing damage and 3 fire damage. 15 damage.
Yeah, he goes down with a screaming bellow, and he is dead. You have pierced through something very important. Although not super important, like important enough that it would kill him, but not a lot, because I mean you just hit him. But yeah, like you nicked an artery, an unknown ogre artery, and he is.
It's in the inner thigh area. If you guys want to know.
Yeah, It's a very tender area for ogres. Yeah. And he goes down. And your ogres have been defeated.
I want to cheer, but that chick is dead.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's probably an important thing. So was she even going to say anything if she just willingly got her neck snapped?
Yeah, she wasn't giving us a lot of info when we talked to her before. Saves you having to tie her up and throw her in a river, Thia.
It was a lot of work. Nobody appreciates it.
So what do you guys want to do?
We gonna keep going to Little Rock and save, what's his name? Bahren? Barney Rubble?
Keep going. I want to see where this goes.
Banana Republic? It starts with a BA.
You had it right with
BA Baracus?
You're good. Yeah. It's like you got it right, and then you just kept going.
Wait, did you say B.A. Baracus?
Yeah.
Nice.
He wants to join our team.
But he's already on the A team.
You are still about a half day's ride out, because you've got your carriage and horses, of course. And Bahren and Sasha mentioned to you that Sheila Flegsteel, the cultist who is now deceased, kind of looked familiar. They weren't sure when they originally came into contact with her, but she kind of looked familiar from their town. And you guys carry on, unless you want to discuss anything further. You make it to Little Rock without anything else important happening. And you make it to Little Rock, and it looks around kind of evening time, and it looks very quiet from a distance. There doesn't appear to be any cultists in the streets that you can tell. It doesn't appear to be anybody moving throughout the city. All the buildings appear to be quite boarded up and quite dark as the sun is setting over the city. Hello again, it's me, your Dungeon Master, Russ Moore. This is episode 8 of Dumbgeons and Dragons, this one titled, Movin, Shakin, Lemonade Makin. This episode, I mostly want to send out my sincere thanks to everyone downloading the show and following us on Twitter. We've seen some fantastic growth over the last couple weeks, and I'm sure I can speak for Amy, Carla, and Tom when I say that we are humbled and amazed that people are actually interested in hearing the story we're making. I don't have much feedback this week, so I'll leave it to simmer and carry over to the next episode. What we have received since the last episode is a shout out from another recently started movie review podcast called Squibberdry Podcast. What's a squib? Aside from a non-magical person, they are Allison and Jeremy, and they have some great banter about TV and movies and pop culture. You can find them on Twitter at SquibberdryPod. That's SQUIBARDRY pod. Also, I really like their theme music. Make sure you go check them out. Another podcast we've been listening to is The Station Wagon. The brother-sister team of Mark and Julie remove something from their day-to-day lives that we as people take for granted. The two are hilarious. They have great banter, and they have a really interesting take, giving you a historical and scientific background and approach to why an item or routine is in our lives, which means you learn something. Crazy, huh? Check them out on Twitter at WagonPod. Make sure you also tell your friends that they can find us at dumbdragons.com. All of our social media and email links are listed there. I'll give you the rundown, though. On Twitter, we are at dumbdragoncast. You can use the dumbdragoncast hashtag so we can track you down and find out if you're talking to or about us. On Facebook, we're at facebook.com/dumbdragoncast. Twitter is certainly the place to get the quickest response, as I am on that account quite frequently throughout the day, but definitely look us up on both. You can also send us an email to dumbdragonpodcast@gmail.com. We do certainly read every review and mention on Facebook and Twitter, so please keep sending those in, and they'll likely get read on the show. But that's all I have for you right now. Episode 9 will be coming out March 29th. Sheesh. Been a busy month for episodes. I guess I got to get back to editing here. You have an amazing couple of weeks. I can't wait to talk to you again. Back to the episode. Let's find out where those people at.
Well, I guess we should ask Bahren and Sasha if they know of any, like, strongholds or buildings that maybe the cult had taken over when they came in.
He says, no, we didn't have any, like, we had a vault in our town bank, but, I mean, there's no real armory point. It was just a simple sheriff's office, but, I mean, nothing, no castles or turrets or anything like that. We're just a small trade town.
Do they want to go see their families, or, they've just come home, right? So we should, like, maybe hole up for the night, or... Because it's nighttime. What do you think? Or do we want to sneak around in the dark of night like cat burglars?
I vote to be a cat burglar.
I mean, I love a good sneak.
Yeah.
Okay. Sneaking
Bahren,
it is.
Confirms that
skulk.
it would probably be a good idea if we, snuck around and saw what we could see before anybody potentially woke up. So you guys, you leave the horses, take the horses?
We would probably be less noisy if we left the horses.
These horses are no cat burglars.
I mean, they're
These
pretty...
horses are no cats.
We'll see how your stealth checks go, but I mean, they could be pretty sly horses.
Yeah, we should probably stash the carriage and horses somewhere that I assume Bahren would have, like, some kind of...
There's a bit of a forested area where you guys currently are that you could leave them. That's a bit off the way, and they wouldn't be seen directly from the road from anybody passing by. So you could do that, yeah.
Okay, that's a good idea.
You do that, and then you make your way into town, and it's eerily quiet. The sun has just about set as you kind of make your way in there. All the windows have been boarded up with wood and planks and plywood and that sort of thing.
And other types of wood.
Various types of arbor are holding things. Shut up.
More? Tell me more.
I would like to also know more.
What kinds of wood?
There's some softwoods,
yes.
Some hardwoods.
Yeah, some cherry in there.
Some cherry, some cedar.
Any hickory?
Shut up.
Now, if they remove some of that wood, will they find old shiplat underneath?
Perhaps.
You could refinish that. It'd be real nice.
Very clearly, everything has been covered up.
With wood.
Shut up. I'm going to cut out the amount of times I say wood, and then you're just going to seem like a jerk.
No, leave it all in.
Do that.
Pine nut.
Let the listeners figure I'm a jerk for themselves.
Yeah, and it looks, through the streets, it looks like the city has been, like, looted and torn up, but it seems odd to you that it would have been abandoned as well as all the buildings being barricaded up.
Well, the people must be there, right? Otherwise, we would have seen them on the road to Luskin. You would think they would have been, if they were like refugees, they would have been going somewhere. So they're either all dead or, hopefully not that one, they're just hiding out.
Well, let's let them hide. It's better we see no one as we sneak around than, have to have an encounter before we need to.
Sure. Bahren says we could go to our house, or what was our house, and just see if there's anybody there.
Now, was your guys' house in the middle of the street?
Was it Maxwell House?
Was it where friends like to meet? Their house?
It's a very, very,
that
very fine
Tom's
house.
Fault.
Anyway, let's go to... Sure, let's go to their house, because at least they'll know, like, how to sneak in, or they can, if their family is there, they can be like, be cool, so they don't start screaming or something. It seems like a reasonable starting place.
For sure. You make your way through the town, and they live on the north end of the city, and you get to the house, and it is like all the shutters and doors are closed and everything is drawn, but it doesn't appear that this house and the houses in the surrounding area have been equally as fortified. Do you guys want to make a perception check?
7, 8, 9, 10.
12 for me.
14.
You go up to the windows and doors, and you listen, and you kind of look through where you can.
Mine's an 11.
Even still.
Okay.
It's pretty clear to you that there's nobody at this house. And even the kind of the neighboring houses, it's pretty clear that this area, at least, has been left vacant. And Bahren actually goes up to the rear door and goes in slowly, and this house appears to be empty.
Well, shit.
He says, but that could be good. We could see who comes out first in the morning, if there are cultists in the city, or if perhaps somebody else is left in the town.
Thia, can you do, like, an arcana check or, like, some kind of detect magic or something? Because it seems, like, spookily empty. So what's going on? Can we check that? I can't. I don't have those skills.
I cannot.
Somebody's more than welcome to give it a whirl.
15.
There doesn't appear to be anything magically done to any of the houses in the vicinity that you can detect.
Okay.
Nothing magical going on in your immediate area.
Sorry, Thea.
Well, we're already in our cat burglar suits. You guys want to steal some shit? Or... Just kidding, Bahren. Just kidding.
You know I'm always down for looting.
Just kidding.
Wasn't all the action happening in the mines? Isn't that where everyone was?
The dwarves, yeah.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. If there's nobody here, maybe that's where they're hiding, or I don't know. Let's go check that out. It's the only other location that we know about.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Sasha says that she's going to stay behind in the house, but Bahren says that he will lead you to the mines. So you guys go back through the city. The mines are a bit to the south of the city. As you are going through the city, you want to make another perception check?
Ooh, 17.
I also got a 17.
I got a 21.
You are going...
I'm very perceptive.
You're going back through the city, kind of cutting through some back streets, and you notice kind of a flicker of movement in one of the buildings that you're passing through the center of town.
Let's go check it out, guys. That's not my accent.
Let's check it out.
For that.
How do you want to go about checking it out?
Try the front door.
We will sneakily walk towards where we saw something.
Mm-hmm. Well, I saw it through a window. So we said?
Through kind of a break in some of the slats.
In that shiplap.
That sweet, sweet arbor.
What kind of wood is this one made out of?
Mahogany.
Oh, nice.
Does this house smell of leather-bound books?
No, that's the house next door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They can't have all the things in one house, obviously.
Should I perhaps change my shape and become like a little bug or lizard that can slide through the slat in the wood and just see what I see from the inside? See if it's worth us busting down the door. Because if everything's boarded up, I assume the doors are all locked.
Well, we certainly can't sneak in through all the boarded up everything. Mm-hmm. So yeah, why don't you do that? Maybe your accent will come to you. You'll start speaking parcel tongue or something.
Ooh. I don't know if that's an accent so much as a whole other language, but...
Oh, I thought you were going to make up a whole language for your character. Is that not?
No.
That's not what's going to happen?
No.
That's what I was expecting too.
You guys wouldn't understand it. It'd be very confusing.
That's true.
Confusing.
That's true. Good point.
So I am going to... I'm going to change into a mouse. Crawl up the side. Poke my little mousy head through.
One thing we never talked about, I don't think, as far as when you change shape. When you change shape, do your clothes change with you, or do your clothes shed from you?
It depends. I usually choose to have my clothes change with me, and I believe that is an option.
It's one that you kind of pick, so you either do or you don't.
Well, I want to see, because I don't have heavy armor or anything, so I think when I change into wild shape, I can stay in a beast shape for a number of hours if I want to. Okay, when you are transformed, the following rules apply. My game's stats are replaced by the stats of the beast, but I keep all my personality, alignment, intelligence, charisma, wisdom, blah, 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 blah. When I transform, I assume they're hit dice. I can't cast spells, and I do not have the ability to speak. You choose whether your equipment falls to the ground in your space, merges in your new form, or is worn by it. So worn equipment functions as normal, but the DM decides whether it is practical for the new form to wear a piece of equipment based on the creature's shape, size. So, like, I probably wouldn't be carrying around my oath bow as a mouse.
Probably not. So likely you keep all your clothes and stuff, but maybe your weapon.
Your equipment doesn't change size or shape to match the new form, and any equipment that the new form can't wear must either fall to the ground or merge with it. Equipment that merges with the form has no effect until... So that's essentially like absorbing all of my stuff. I can't use it, but if I were like to change into a monkey who had opposable... or like had like fingers and stuff, I could throw a spear, say.
Sure. Yep.
So when I change, let's just assume anytime I change into something that's really small, I'm just merging all of my stuff so that it just kind of stays with me and nothing can be used until, like, what's a mouse going to do with, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. Yep.
With a crossbow. I don't know.
Well, I was just looking for, sweet no clothes gags when you change out in the middle of a crowded room.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just wanted to make sure.
Thia's got some class.
Okay, just checking.
Does she?
So you change down into a mouse.
I say a quippy line like, see you on the other side.
Is that your...
Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to try it out.
That's good.
It's that or it's Southern. I really have a very limited vocal
That's fine. That's good. I like it.
I don't know if the elf should be Southern.
I feel like this frisky kind of voice, like that kind of fits with your...
my overt sexuality toward any new male member we ever see.
You're very...
male member.
Yep. You're very comfortable with your sexuality, so maybe you're a little bit saucy.
All right. You say your quippy line, and you change down into a mouse, and then you climb up in through the break in the wood?
Just enough to poke my little mouse head, like I'm shaking my little mouse tail on the other side, just kind of...
so you look in, and as your eyes are adjusting, you see...
I'm a mouse.
As your eyes are adjusting to your new form, you see... huddled in the center of the room that you go into, a large group of what look like commoners from the village. They're all huddled close together, and they appear to be just trying to remain very quiet and very still. There's women, there's children, there's men, all huddled in this room that you can see.
What else do I see in the room? Do I have to make a perception?
No. It is very scantily furnished. It looks like the room has been picked over. So there aren't anything hanging on the walls. It doesn't look like there's very much of value in the room itself. You don't see any captors or anything like that. So they are alone in this room, just trying to remain very, very quiet.
Okay. I scamper back out and resume my normal form.
And tell anybody anything?
Oh, yeah.
Character knowledge, player knowledge.
Right. Guys, there's like a whole bunch of people in there, scared looking. We should help them.
Bahren takes charge, and he goes up and...
Yeah, he should. He knows all these people.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't know what's gone on since he's left. He's been gone for quite a while. He goes up and hammers on the door quite loudly.
It seems like a mistake.
I put my hand on his arm, like I feel his muscle a little bit, and I say, shh, they're scared.
Right. Hello? It's me, Bahren?
I'm Ron Burgundy.
He's a little unsure of his own name there.
Who's in there? I brought some people to help. And you hear some stirring from inside, and some of the stuff barricading the door being pulled away a little bit. And two males and an older lady open the door quickly usher you in, Bahren first, and then allow the three of you in as well. So you get into the room, and Bahren and the older lady are having a bit of a discussion as to where he's been and how long he's been gone, and you hear them talking about where the cultists are. And the older lady says,
They were here for quite a while, dearie. They took a lot of our finery and treasures, but they brought with them something evil. I don't think they knew they had it among them when they came, but I do believe they've left it here. I don't know what it is. People started to go missing. First, some of their own, and then our people too. Women, children, and men all going missing, disappearing. So, after the cult group left, we decided to barricade ourselves up. And since we did that, the disappearances have been less but still occur. At night, we still hear a weird howling and something prowling through the streets. It makes us fear leaving this house.
Well, that sucks. That's all I got. I'm not entirely
Bahren says, Bahren turns to you and he says, I know that you come to fight the cultists, but it appears the battle with the cultists has moved on. Are you willing to help us figure out what's going on here?
I'm on board.
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
Let's kill this evil thing.
He asks the old lady when was the last time that they heard anything from this creature, or what exactly happened the last time that it was, somebody went missing. And she says that it was last night. We heard it walking through the streets. We didn't see its shape. It is a hooded figure. The last time somebody went missing, two nights now, two or three nights now, somebody went missing. And it took a whole family, whatever it was, but left one girl. And she ushers over to the girl that was left behind, but she claims she saw nothing of the sort.
Did your family just disappear then? You didn't see a creature, but where did your family go? I say to the small girl with the high-pitched voice.
Well, golly gee willikers, I don't...
No, that's not it.
Isn't it?
No.
Golly gee willikers. This is Dick Grayson from Batman.
Sounded more like the old lady I would have guessed. Oh, okay, then.
She says, I heard my family fight back, and then it was quiet. I don't know if whatever it was knew that I was there or not. I stayed quiet in my room and waited till morning when people came looking for us. I really didn't see. It sounded fast because my father did not put up as much of a fight as I thought he would have. It sounds like it surprised him almost.
And this was from your house? I'm wondering, are people getting taken from their houses, from the street?
This was in my house, yeah.
The older lady says that
at first, people started disappearing in the streets. The cultists disappeared from the streets. And then it started to move into people's residences.
Did you hear it make any sounds? Like, does it sound like an animal?
I didn't hear any animals. It sounded like it was walking on 2 feet. Like even sounded like it was very heavy-footed, but no noticeable larger footprints have been left anywhere. I don't know if it was, I don't know what it could be. It just sounded like it was perhaps a human, but much, much larger.
Should we go outside and wait for it?
I don't know what else we would do.
I have the urge to wait in a street.
I'm thinking we should just set up like a bonfire, in like a town square and like draw this thing out.
Yeah, we want to pick a good location where we can keep an eye on things, or, maybe classic police show style where a couple of us can be up high with our bows ready, watching people down low, like we're going to trap it.
Sure. Bahren says, the town square would probably be the best spot for that. It's the most open. I'm sure there seems to be enough wood here that you could light something on fire.
So much wood.
Yeah, but what kind of wood?
Thea doesn't care.
Would you want something that burns quickly, or would you want something that has like a longer burn to it? I'm sure we can figure something out. Anyway, and there are points on the roof. You could set up an archer, plenty of places to hide in shops and stores.
So if it sounds really heavy-footed, and it is all in black, and it has a hood, I'm thinking like Wraith? Or wouldn't that be more like Silent?
I think that would be Silent.
Yeah.
It's probably
But
some
deadly.
Scary creature we've never seen before.
I don't know. I
I
said
hope
Wraith.
so.
I said Wraith, and Russ went like, his face went weird.
I didn't.
Oh.
I made no
No?
weird.
No?
That's just because he's really scared of wraiths.
It was just
He made a silent but deadly joke.
Yeah, that's
he was very proud of himself.
It's just a big fart in a cloak.
Yeah, I say we do this, guys.
Let's do it. Let's kill a mystery monster.
Thea, do you want to be up on a... Nope. Nulara, do you want to be...
Nope.
See, this is how detached I am. Do you want to be up on a roof with your bow? Ready to strike?
I think she's
Sure.
better served down with me. Her sword does a lot of damage.
Okay, I
Yeah,
will go
like
up because I can hit with magic probably from a rooftop.
Yeah, and you, although I'm not sure, but I think you have less hit points, and you're not as good at like weaponing, but you're sweet with the magic.
I don't know. My magic didn't do very well last time. Actually, I have all my hit points back because if it took us a half a day to get back, I meditate for 4 hours instead of sleeping to regain all my strength. So I don't know about anybody else, but
So yeah, half a day. Yeah, you've probably all had equivalent of a
rest.
of a long rest. Yeah.
So, but hit points or not, I've got my oath bow, which I could like light on fire and shit. So I will.
And Bahren's got that crossbow.
So do we want to like, if you're in the middle of I'll be on one side of the square up top, and Bahren will be on the other side up top, maybe? So that we've got two different shooting angles.
I think maybe if you guys stay on the same side, somewhat close to one another, because if somehow you guys get ambushed, it'd be nice to have some support.
Fair enough.
Yes, agreed. Plus, if it is actually the square, like there is, roads going kind of perpendicular through it, we can't watch all of those escape routes with just two people. We don't have. So you guys stay together to try to not get snatched. We'll go down below to try to not get snatched, and we'll draw out this mystery disappearing monster.
Let's do it. Did we all jump together and high five like I imagined in my head?
Freeze frame, yeah, totally.
That's what I imagined as well, so yes.
You go and you set up a large burn pile. Yes. Mm-hmm. And you torch that obviously with a flaming arrow.
No. Produce flame. I'm not going to
Okay.
waste an arrow. I shoot a flame out of my hand at the thing, and it just lights on fire.
Makes sense. And so there's huge burning plot in the center of town, and you guys set up in your spots there. So you wait there, and about a half an hour passes, and still nothing seems to have come. And Bahren kind of pokes his head up and over just to kind of take another look around, as you've been doing, and settles back down, and you feel it's kind of a chilly night to begin with, but you feel kind of like a drop in the pressure. Everybody does. And then you hear a woman scream from the north end of town, like a shrill, loud scream.
Okay, to the north end of town. And I jump off the roof, and I throw Guacamole out, and I land on Guacamole as she emerges as a giant owl. And I say, I'm badass! And that's when my daughter comes into the room.
Okay.
Yeah, so that happens.
And it's amazing.
Every time.
And I gesture to Bahren to jump on.
And he's like, I don't know about jumping off of buildings. I'll run down. I'll catch up.
Okay, we swoop down and...
So you're all on the owl, or you're just running on the streets now?
Well, no, we're going to ride the owl to the north end,
okay.
get there as fast as we can. This poor woman. People are just disappearing. You can't lollygag.
So you run, and you hear the screaming a few times, and it sounds like it's coming from the direction of Bahren's house.
Oh, no, we never should have left her alone.
Never split up the group.
And you come down to the house. You make it there pretty quickly because you're flying over the city. It's not a big city. And you run up to the front door and you go in, and Sasha is there screaming in the front room, covered in blood. And it looks like the window has been blown out and the back door has been smashed down. There doesn't appear to be anything in the room except you see a green haze or mist. And she's screaming over and over, "It's gone. It's gone. I don't know what it was, but I think I heard it. And it's big."